depressing, but okay. So, well, welcome. First ever stream with webcam. First ever stream that I'm putting on with investing. And yeah, I put on some chill music. I just talked for I think like 10 minutes and nobody heard it, but that's okay, it happens. Yeah, as you can see here, we're already going into a first trade. That is what I started before I started the stream, or the stream was started, but it was just left on starting soon because I had to ready up a bit. Still got some work to do. I hope you don't hear that noise. That is from upstairs. There's new neighbors moving in, so yeah, hopefully that's not too loud. Hopefully my mic doesn't even take up the noise so you don't hear it at all. What I got going on here is a trade for USA 500. I'm trading with my broker Active Trades, trading with TradingView. I don't know if everybody knows it, but TradingView for me personally is one of the best trading websites you can use. No ads or no sponsorship here. I'm just telling you that because you got so many indicators. You can trade for free. You can even trade paper trades, so you don't have to use any money. You can just do it for fun and to learn a bit. That's what I would probably recommend the most for you that have never traded before, because instantly starting with money is kind of a dumb idea, gotta be honest. So what I've done here is my first trades on this account. This account has been completely cleaned up. It's at, I think, 15 euros starting point, and I completely took out all the money that was there just so I can put on a normal and relevant amount of money that most people could afford to invest. If you can't afford to invest 15 euros, then you probably shouldn't think about investing first at all, because then you should think about making money first, that you can have a spare amount that you can invest. As we can see here, the first investment is going great in that term. Of course, we're trading with pennies right now. There's nothing high on risk here. There's 28 cents made. 58 cents is my stop loss, and 69 is my take profit that I want to reach. 69, nice. As you can see here, I put on my long position to see like the green is where I want to be. That green is like where I make my money, and the red is my stop. So as soon as it goes into the red zone, I make less profit. I just go into minus and lose money. What I can do here, because I'm already in profit, so I don't reach the point where I can lose money, is put my stop loss go to 0. So even if it drops now, I won't lose anything. I would still make some money. It's like 10 cents now. I put it on 10 cents. So if I drop below that rate, I still make 10 cents, and the other just closes the position and I don't lose anything from that. Which is the best thing you can always do, is always get behind your trade so you cannot lose that much money. It's perfect for you. And yeah, everything that I'm saying right here, by the way, is going to be posted on YouTube. So if you're here on YouTube watching this, hello, welcome. My first ever investment video, my first ever webcam video. So hi, this is me. I'm Mario. I'm 20 years old, just turned 20. Moved into my own apartment with my girlfriend. Welcome. I'm German, so if you might wonder why my English isn't perfect, but I hope you can still understand me. So if there's anything to put out or any criticism, leave it in the comments. I love it. And yeah, everything that I can tell you here is just the basics. I don't want to start with anything of bullish terms and any terms that you don't need to know, because if I do that, most of you won't understand at all, because those terms are mainly for people that have already started investing, already understand most of it, and have not had any problems like investing at all. But that would not be the point to watch this video then. So as you can see, we are reaching a point where we are not going into further profit anymore. It seems like we're backing down again, and I can tell you, if you're using TradingView, I can assure you that I have 2 really good indicators that you can use that will probably help you if you're a beginner. And even if you're not, they're still great. What I have here is a Maxwell suit. It's basically, it tells you everything. It tells you the higher highs and the lower lows, and even the higher lows and the lower highs. It tells you when a point is reached that is, or that might be an area of interest to you, depending on if you want a short position or a long position. And depending on that, you can see here, let me zoom in. This red square here, or rectangle, is, I don't know if you can see it, like inside of the dots it says area of interest, as well as here in the green. The reds are for short positions, the greens are for long positions, not long term. And those just indicate for the most times when you can invest. Of course, they're not 100% correct. They are just area of interest tips that will follow the line to the lower low and the higher high. So as soon as a higher high is reached and no point tops that, that is where the area of interest is set. And then you can invest from there and decide if you want to go into that or just leave it as it is. What I've done here is I've waited because I've already checked this since, like, I don't know, beginning of the year. I've been on this just watching, and as you can see here, my blue line goes way back. Let me turn it up in days. As you can see here, I've already made a full-on, yes, 2019 full-on diagram of what is happening and how the USA 500 is moving. And as we can see here, these lines, I won't even explain it right now, they're way too complicated for beginners, or not way too complicated, but a bit more advanced. And as we can see here, we have reached a point where I actually stopped my diagram because this is really depending on, oh, the position closed, I just noticed, still in 10 cents plus, so that's profit for us. Because I want to see if news or anything might change what is happening right here, because, of course, as most of you might know, news and everything in the media can control what is happening in the market, because as soon as maybe for Germans, as soon as one politician goes out there and says hello with a happy voice and sounds just happy at all, then all of the German markets might rush up into higher numbers. And that's the same thing with Americans and just any country. And as well with, of course, companies like Tesla. That's a big company to put as an example. Tesla, SpaceX, just everything that has to do with Elon Musk. Or even X that he overtook, that was Twitter before. You can compare that and use it because Elon Musk often gets into news or scandals just because of the things that he says. Depending on what he says, his companies might either rise in value or decrease in value. And that is just because that's how the world works. You go out there and you shit yourself, people will always think about you of who shit themselves or who shat themselves. If you go out there and save a cat from a tree, you're always the person that saves the cat from a tree. I think you understand the whole thing behind it. And that's the point also with people going out in the media and just saying the wrong thing or saying the right thing. If they go out there and tell the people, oh, I don't know, I've planned so many great things for Tesla, I want to build a flying car, it's going to be so amazing, then of course more people are going to be investing because they believe into that idea, and often the markets push up into a higher number. But what also can happen is we've got big brokers. The bank always wins against the small brokers. There's only one example that I can tell you where that hasn't happened, and I don't know if you've seen the movie about Roaring Kitty. He put out a whole movement investing into GameStop, and that worked out for him beautifully. He had a few $1,000s into GameStop, and after that he was a millionaire. I think he had like $24 million worth of GameStop shares, and that was completely crazy. Like, the whole situation there was turning me into a geek for this whole trading thing. And yeah, at that point, all of the big brokers lost a lot of money because they invest into such companies that are really decreasing, because as most of you would know, GameStop isn't as big of a company anymore. The companies that decrease, they put on short positions to make money on their loss. So as soon as, of course, you can put a short position on everything, as soon as that position goes into negative numbers, you make money. And that's the other way around with buying a position. If you buy, you want the company to succeed. And if you sell, you want the company to fail. That's just the basic term of what is happening then. And what I'm waiting here right now is, as you can see, I put on a sell limit. That's what I put on before already, because I've checked what is happening in the market like the past few hours since like 8 a.m. And as you can see, most of it is just going up, down, just like higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. Oh, someone is at the door. Give me just 1 second. I'll be back. Back. So let's see, what is happening? What have I missed? Oh, okay. I say, oh, like it's the most interesting thing I've ever watched. So what I can tell you here is, what I've watched over the like past few hours happening is that the USA 500 was going up in numbers, reaching a newer high, and then going to a higher low and a higher high again. And you know what? I will explain what that is just instantly before you miss out on anything. Where's the drawing board paint? Here it is. Okay. Let's switch up the capture to paint. So, as you can see here, we got paint open up. So, let me just zoom in a bit, change. Okay, no, we can leave it in blue. Oh, what the fuck? This is huge though. Yeah, should work out. So, this on a fucking hell. This is what we're looking at right now. So, can I put in a text? Yes. Oh, Jesus Christ. is our higher high. Oh, what the hell? I don't know. Oh, is it still that big? I don't understand. But okay, let's leave it like that then. Why can't I carry this to the sides? I hate it. What the fuck? Yeah, forget this. Then let's do it with a pen. So, this is our higher high. Why the fuck is it that shit to see? That doesn't work, so this is our higher high. This is another higher high as well. And this will be as well as soon as it goes down again. So this is our higher low as well. And as you might guess it, this as well. And there will of course be another higher low sometimes anywhere in the future. So what we got going on here is a just completely straight upwards push. I know in right terms it's not called upwards push, but I'm calling it upwards push just so the most of you will understand. Getting into the actual terms of investing, I will start, of course, using better terms, but I want everybody to understand, and that's the point of this whole thing. So we got a higher high, we got a higher low, higher high, higher low, and just going on like that. We're pushing upwards, we're noticing that the market is just rushing up. That most of the time happens over days, hours, but not in minutes. So this is something that really just happens over time. You can invest in such positions. Let's say you want to be investing here because you've seen what happens in the market here. You've noticed, okay, it's going up so far, and I've noticed this is just the main theme right here. I want to invest the next time it gets to a higher low and make the most profit out of it, and check, like, let's say this has gone from 1680 to 1685 to 1683, and this goes from 1683 to 1688. So just like, wait, this is our $16, 1690, let's say it like this, 1688, that's 1693. So, and this is just the whole scheme. It keeps on going. It goes up 5, down 2, up 5, down 2. And you've noticed it's gone up 5 again, and now it's gone down 2. So let's say we're at a point where we've just started looking at it here, and we're noticing it's going down. That's when I, in my decision, put on a buy position. My buy position, and that buy position helps me wait for the point where we actually get to what I want to invest in. Of course, you can invest into it instantly just by market investing, but that's not what you want to do, preferably every time. What you can do is buy limits or sell limits, and buy stops and sell stops. Those are the main things that you want to use for trading, to be honest, because those are the ones that are going to make you the most profit after understanding the market. Let's say you've understood the market that much that you know, okay, here at 1693 that says 1691, 1696, so it's going to drop to 1694, and you're going to put your position at 1694. You can decide that, I can show you, you can decide where you want to put it. when opening a position, so you can understand what I mean. Let's say you buy, I'm sorry that it's in German, kaufen is buy. You buy, you decide when you want to buy, you put in the number that you would say is the point where it will cross your line and where it will automatically buy for you. You activate your take profit and your stop loss. Your take profit is what you make or what you want to make. Let's say you want to make 5 euros out of that trade. So you set your profit. You can also decide on taking your profit out in euro or when it's at a specific point or in percentage of how much money you have on your account right now. So let's say I want to risk 1% of what I have. And of course, I'm going through what you should risk and what you shouldn't risk as well. You have 100 euros in your account. You don't want to risk too much, of course, because if you risk 50% and you're going to lose, you're losing 50 euros. That's not what you want to do. That's gambling. So you want to risk like 0.1% of that. You want to risk into a pip. A pip is just a smaller number of trade. There's pips, there's lots. That's so much more that you need to know then. So I can decide, okay, I want to invest for 10 euros. I want to have my take profit at like, I don't know, whatever. You can decide. And you can see here, you can put your risk at euros or you can put your risk at percentage. Of course, for other countries, it would be dollars, pounds, whatever. But as I'm German, I'm trading with euros. As you put your percentage, you can choose, okay, I want to risk that much of what I have right now in my accounts, but that's nothing you should ever do. But of course, some of the spaces you will invest in will not allow you to risk really low numbers. As you can see, it doesn't work. It says in German, der angegebene Wert ist kleiner als das Minimum des Instruments von 0,5. So this means that the instrument you're investing in doesn't allow a lower bit, not a bit, but a lower invest into it than 0.5 in that case. So you need at least 0.5 of your of one of the trades, of like one of the, I don't know what it's called right now. My English is shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, you need at least 0.5 Einheiten in German. It should be logical. Of it, I don't know right now. I'm having a brain lag, but as you can see, because I'm only starting by 15 euros, that would be a risk of 32.86% from my account. So that's something I really would not like to do, but of course you cannot start investing and just making 1 cent per trade. So in this term, if I would click buy, I would invest, and you could see that I'm having like 20 cents on the line. Then I'm 20 cents in minus, and as soon as like that stops, or let's say I put my stop loss to, I don't know, losing 50 cents, as soon as I go below a number of that 50 cents, as soon as those 50 cents are hit, the position will close itself and I will lose 50 cents. But of course, I can use it for take profit as well. Let's say I want to make the same amount. You should never go equal out like 50 cents plus or 50 cents minus. You should always have trades where you make 50 cents and maybe lose 10. So that's, your profit should be always higher than the risk you're taking to lose something. Because as I said, it would be gambling if you don't. And what I would do then in my position here with a higher high, higher low is when I know that that position will reach the point that I want to reach, oh, wrong thing, that the point that I want to reach, I will set that position to the number that I set before, like we set something 1690, I don't know, 90, what did we say, 96, 94, something about that, but I think you understood what I basically mean with that. You should invest into that point because you, of course, need to believe in what you're doing. You can't trade and just be scared of trading then, because if you do that, it's not going to work out. You have to, in Germany, you say fall on your face, like auf Fresse fallen, to learn how to do it. So sometimes it's not going to work out. Sometimes the market will just decide, oh no, I'm going downwards from this point, because whatever happens, like the news just fuck you over, and all of that can happen. You never know. As soon as that happens, you are trying to put in your position, put in your stop loss. Wait. That's like here. That's your stop loss. As soon as it like goes down here, it automatically closes and you don't lose more money than what you've put in, like for your stop loss. And you want to put in your not buy. The fuck. Wait. Okay. Right now, yes. And you want to put in your take profit. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the fuck have I done? Oh. Okay. So, and you take profit. Your take profit will be up here. That's what you put in. As I said, you want to make 50 cents plus, you want to make like 10 cents only of risk minus. And this position you will be in will be like, I'd say, you see it going upwards, and of course it could crash down and come down here. Or it could just like come down for a second and just boom up again. That could always happen. You never know. That's the point of trading. You will never know 100%. The only times you will know is when media has an actual influence on the market. Let's say, as I said before, a politician or some star, some celebrity says something, like Elon Musk once said, Bitcoin is my favorite like crypto out of all of them, and Bitcoin just shot up in worth like about 100%. Like it doubled, and that's crazy. And that of course doesn't always happen, but those are sure keys for you to invest, because if you know about those situations, you notice them live, then you can always see what the market is going to do, or like say what it's going to do in a bit, or like a bit in the future. And as soon as you reach a point where you're at a equal out zero, where you cannot lose any money, you're going to push up your stop loss to an equal out where your buy position was. So you're equals, you can't lose anything. The only thing you lose is like, no, you can't lose anything. That's it. You can even put your stop loss as high as like 10 cents profit. So as soon as it comes down again to a lower number where you make only like 10 cents, you would get those 10 cents and the position closes itself. Of course, you can do that. I wouldn't recommend though, because sometimes just the market decides to jump down and just go back up again. That just happens. So you will be closed here and you won't get the profit that was made here. I just did it for an example. Here where I was trading, my position was, wait, I can't put it down again. Put a shit down. Okay, this was my position at the start. I was hoping for, of course, this area of interest to push upwards. I put in a buy position personally. Oh, wait. Okay, here. And I put in like 10 cents here, 0.01% of danger for myself. As soon as I reached the point of being like up here, I pulled up my stop loss and put it to 0. And as soon as I did that, I knew I wasn't losing any money in this trade. So I was for sure I could do whatever I want with the trade. I could close it right now and just take the profit I'm in, or just keep on going and hope for it to go up. But this, of course, is where it starts to be gambling again and not trading. So I checked to like up here. I waited 5 minutes. You can always change the time. You can see the whole spectrum in minutes, in hours, in days, in months. But if you want to trade for right now and be active, you will have to trade in minutes, of course. You can get premium and check it out in seconds to have more information, but that's something you have to pay in because that's not for everybody. Many brokers use it because they have the money to pay in it, but I'm using 15 euros right now, so if I'm that low on capital, you would know that I don't have like 500 euros to put in TradingView for my advances. So as soon as I saw that my position was reaching like 40 cents profit, I was sure that I wasn't gonna make like 50 euros from that trade, but I knew those like 10 to 20 cents would be sure for me. So I pulled up my stop loss even further to like 20 cents. So when it would come down, I would make at least 20 cents. And even if it goes below my 0 point, I'd still have a bit of profit. That's just safe trading. Of course, you can put in a bit of danger, put in a bit of drama, and wait and just hope for more profits, but that's not always going to be a sure thing. And then, as I just said in my paint example, the market can sometimes just come down and shoot back up again. And that's what happened here. If I would have stayed in this position, I would have made way more profit. So you gotta imagine I stopped my profit here. And I could have made way more, but that's just, I want to be a safe example and not get people to gamble their money. So what I started here was just, yeah, a safe trade. Let's call it that, just a safe trade. And as I just explained in Paint, what I did was I waited for a point where my own investment was like up here and pulled my stop loss up to a position where I would say, okay, I'm fine if I now make like 10 cents or if I make 0 but not losing anything, because what most people try to do when investing is make as much money as they can, like make 1,000 euros in a day, make 500,000, but that's not going to happen if you're a new trader. If you're actually lucky, of course, you can have a situation like Roaring Kitty and make 2.1 million in one day because you put 1,000 euros into GameStop, but that would be gambling, as I said again. What you want to do is start with safe trades, start your like flow, get a feeling for the market, and as soon as you got that feeling, got that situation in how you want to trade, as soon as you got that understanding of what is happening, you can try to put a bit of risk into it and say, okay, I'm fine with making no profits, but if I make profit, I want to make like 50 euros of profit. I want to go like higher up. And that's of course something you can do, but nothing I would recommend for the beginners. So I hope everybody rather understood what I explained here with the higher highs and higher lows. And I have a whole paper, like it's full of just information, and I will share that with you. The shitty thing is it's all in German, so I will have to completely start over and maybe explain it in English. Yeah, it's all of it is in German, I just noticed. But that's okay. No, I have some things in English, but that's not a big deal. I'll just translate it myself. Yeah, well, yeah. And let's close Paint here real quick. Save. So what we are seeing here is I put in a sell limit position before trying to like call what the market would do. As I said, it's going up for a certain amount, it's going down for a certain amount, it's going up again, and that's the thing it's doing the whole time. So I just called that it would about at 5,586 get to another higher high, and then from there on drop again. What I don't understand is my sell limit was reached perfectly. Oh no, wait, I just see. Wait, I was at 55843, 42. Wow, we've missed by 0.01 pips. This is depressing, but it happens. Of course it happens. If I would have put it to 5,586.43, I would be in profit right now with this position here. Of course, going down here. I put in a sell position because I knew it was going to drop again before it reaches high numbers, and that's just what happens with investing. And yeah, sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. Of course, you could have had a better calculation of what is going to happen, but this was just out of pure instinct and not calculated at all. And that will come over time because you need to get a feeling for what you're doing. You need to get a feeling for, as I said, the market. And as soon as you got that feeling of what is going to happen, as soon as you have an eye for what exactly is happening right now, because some traders don't even need any of these. They can just like really deactivate them and tell you what is what. I can tell you most of it, but of course not all of it. So that's why I'm keeping them on, because of course any help you can get, use it. Don't try to be the cool guy and just go for it. And yeah, that's about it for the beginning. That's what I would tell you to know, or what you need to know if you even want to look at investing, if you're thinking about it. If that's too much already for you, I would tell you to stop and to not even try to invest too much. At that point, if you don't want to learn more, you can just start and go to typical, put your money on Spain and hope for them to win the Euros. But yeah, of course, investing your money into Forex, crypto, and that stuff is something completely different. Give me a second. I just muted myself so you don't hear me chewing and drinking, because I don't know what this headset actually picks up and what it doesn't. But yeah, I would say this is, to be honest, enough for the first episode. I will post this on YouTube so you can watch it and rewind something that you haven't understood, even comment if you want to and ask, and I will explain what I meant. Of course, I will be recording more videos and explicit videos, and of course posting what I've written down, just to explain to you what I was talking about if you haven't understood. Sometimes maybe because of my English, sometimes maybe of course because it was too fast, or it was just, yeah, as I said, my English isn't perfect and some words won't make sense in a sentence how I say them or what I say exactly. But that's what I mean with, you can ask comments and I will tell you what I mean, or describe it in another way so it makes more sense. And of course, if you're in the stream and that happens, put it in the chat to say, okay, wait, I don't understand what you mean. Can you maybe repeat that in another term, or just give me an example so I can understand, and I will explain. Like, there's no problem with that. I love to explain it, so don't worry. No being shy there. And yeah, I will still keep on investing for today until, like, wait, do we have, oh, we're already close at 1 p.m. So to be honest, I will stop investing because at this time the news just go crazy. That's a little heads up I can give you. If you want to invest, do it early in the morning until like midday, 12 o'clock, not more. After 12 o'clock, it's going to be a full okay, I'm happy that it didn't open up my position. If you trade after that, most of the times you will not be able to tell what the market is going to be doing. Most of the times it's just news or just something that happens around the world that will fuck you over for sure. And so, yeah, I can really tell you early in the mornings, maybe later in the day, like 5, 6 p.m., you can check up on the market, see if anything dramatic is happening. Most of the markets just calm down at that point, fall into like a bit of a loss position, and you can maybe make a few pennies worth of money, but nothing too dramatic. The most money is really made at like early hours. That's what I can tell you about investing. So if you're a person that sleeps way too much and doesn't want to get up until like 1 p.m., I would tell you to either put in long positions the day before or to not trade at all, because if you're going to stay in bed and just hope for the market to do whatever you want it to do, that's not going to work out. Of course, you can have luck, and sometimes it will, but most of the times will not be working out like that, and it's just not the case. But yeah, that would be it, to be honest, for this episode. Maybe I will be streaming tonight, gaming a bit, whoever knows, just chilling, maybe watching some videos. That, if it happens with my girlfriend, it will be in German or in English. Don't know yet, but most times probably in German. So happy to see you there if you're there. And that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed. As I said, if you have questions, ask me. Peace out.